Hi, my name is Rochel Go, and you're watching The Artist Corner. Our special guest today is an LA native and panda lover, and her name is Nyilah Palmer.
Hey y'all, what's good? What's poppin'?
All right, so let's get this interview started. Okay, so Nyilah, where are you from, like specifically in LA?
I'm from Van Nuys, but usually when people ask me where I'm from, I'm like, oh, I'm from LA, because no one knows where Van Nuys is, which is cool. Like, that's cool. If you don't know where it is, that's cool. But I am from Van Nuys. I was born in Tarzana, though.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And so are you a singer, songwriter, or what are you kind of on the music?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah. I write my own music.
Uh-huh.
And then I sing it.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
singer-songwriter.
Okay.
It's more fun to write your own music and sing it rather than cover somebody else's music, which is also cool, but...
Yeah. Okay, next question. What inspired you to start singing? Like, what was the moment that you knew you just wanted to, like, go with the music career?
Okay, the moment... I would say around 6 years old. I started singing when I was 6. Like, I think I was just, like, messing around in my parents' room. Yeah. And then when I was 7, I started singing again. And I was singing So Sick by Neo. And they were like,
that was
wait.
The first song?
Yeah, that was the first song I ever sang. I know,
that song, actually.
Right? It's a good song. And they were like, wait, she can actually sing. And I was like, oh, wow, I can sing. This is cool. And then from 2nd grade up until my senior year in high school, I was in choir. So I was constantly singing. You know, I had vocal lessons. I was basically just singing every day. And then outside of school, I was singing at home. I would come home, put my stuff down, and then just walk around the house and start singing. Nice. So I've kind of known what I wanted to do since about 7, 8 years old. So I've just been performing ever since.
Got it. Yeah. Have you ever sung that Neo song after you sang it that first time, or is it just in the back of your head now?
I've sung it before, but I mean, yeah,
when was the last time you listened to it?
Probably like 2 weeks ago. It's on my Simpin playlist.
Oh, okay, I listened to it yesterday. That's why I was like, okay. And who is like a musical inspiration for you and your music?
Cynthia Erivo.
Okay, tell me about that. Like, how did
you... I discovered her. Okay, funny story. I went to New York maybe 3 years ago, and my mom was like, we should go see The Color Purple on Broadway. And I was like, no, I don't want to see that. Okay. So we went to go see Les Mis instead. Turns out Cynthia Erivo was in the revival, and I found out who she was like a year later and was like, wow, I had the opportunity to go see her on Broadway. Yeah. And because I was being stubborn, I did not get to see her live, which is unfortunate, but she is crazy talented. Yeah. Like her vocal range. Fly Before You Fall. It's from the movie Beyond the Lights. It's part of the soundtrack. It's an amazing song. It is stunning. It can make you cry. It makes you. I cried to it, actually. Yeah, it's amazing, right?
I watched that movie.
But she's also has been on Broadway. She won a Tony for The Color Purple. She's won an Emmy, and she's also won a Grammy. So she's currently playing Harriet Tubman in the movie Harriet that comes out November 1st. Everyone go see it. And I'm hoping she gets an Oscar, because then she can get an EGOT, and not many people have one.
Are you a super fan?
I'm a super fan.
Okay.
I love her so
You're going to watch Harriet?
I'm so going to watch it the day it comes out. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Okay. And what are your goals as an artist?
I want an EGOT.
You want an EGOT. Yeah. How are you going to get there? Or like, what are your steps to getting there?
So I need to be on Broadway to get the Tony. For the Oscar, I can win that through being in a soundtrack in a motion film, like a big film. I can also do the same for an Emmy if I'm in the soundtrack of a TV show, and then a Grammy, of course, for my own music. Got it. So it's all gonna be for music.
You have the steps.
But I've got it all planned out. Okay. Listen, it's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm 100% willing to do it because I think it would be so amazing.
Of course.
It's a goal. It's an ambitious goal, but it's a goal.
I'm proud to interview you then.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Of course. Okay, and then what do you see in your near future as an artist, but also as a student of UOP?
I'm gonna keep writing music, of course. I'm gonna keep recording and writing music in LA. As far as being here, I love my major.
What is your major?
I'm music industry studies major, so I'm learning about the business side of the music industry. I figured if I would go home and sing, I can do that, and then when I'm here, I'll be learning about the business side. So right now we're learning about like copyright, which is great. We're going over case briefs of copyright infringement cases, which is also very useful in the industry.
It's very important, actually.
Exactly. For like sampling and you didn't know you were infringing on someone's copyright, and that can become a huge problem. So it's really important to learn about what you're going into before you go into it, because it's also really easy to get screwed over in the industry by someone who wants to take all your money, which happens often.
I think that's like impressive though, that you have these like aspirations as like a musician, but you're like thinking of this like realistically. You also have this major to back you up, and so you know more about like the industry that you're actually gonna go through.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Nice. And then so like fun question here, like what is your favorite song that you can listen to or sing at anywhere, anytime? I'm actually really curious.
Honestly, anything Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay.
I love Jasmine Sullivan's Bust Your Windows, Lions, Tigers, and Bears, I'm in Love with Another Man, Mona Lisa. She just has a lot of really great music that I just like listen to on a day-to-day basis. I also started listening to K through 12 by Melanie Martinez, which just came out. So I've been learning like every song, and I've been listening to every song like back to back for like the past week.
Nice.
So definitely obsessed with the album right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And is there any projects like singles, EPs, or albums that you want like the students of UOP to know about or like to hear anytime soon?
I'm supposed to be coming out with an EP by the end of this year. We're hoping that deadline continues. But it's called Kaleidoscope.
Okay.
It's basically it's so cliche to say, but it's totally my story though, because it's like the different parts of me that somehow come together and like complete me as a human being, even though all the parts might not always make sense. Like, you know what a kaleidoscope is, right? Like you look through it and there are lots of colors and
really beautiful,
weird shapes and stuff, and it's weird, but it like makes sense for some reason, which is kind of my life. A lot of weird parts, but it makes sense. So that's why we named it Kaleidoscope.
Okay.
So there will be 5 songs on it, and I'm really excited to release it.
In the summer, right?
Yes, December.
And is that like your favorite word, kaleidoscope, or is that like what's your favorite word also?
My favorite word.
I like asking that question.
Gumbo.
Gumbo. Like the food?
Yeah. The word
Not
gumbo.
like
it's just fun to say. Gumbo.
Gumbo.
Gumbo or bubble.
Oh, okay.
Bubble.
Bubble. Actually,
Bubble.
I like that.
See, right? It's fun to say.
Yeah.
Bubble.
Okay. Last question for you. So, what does your songwriting process look like? Like, what do you do to get inspired?
You know, inspiration usually comes from experience. When you're writing your music, you're usually writing about the things that you've been through in your life. So if something tragic just happened, a lot of people tend to write about that. Or if you've gone through a breakup, that's very popular, especially for pop music. People usually write about breakups.
Do you?
Or I do. I have written a lot of heartbreak songs. I've written songs about depression and anxiety. I've written songs that are social commentaries about society today and, you know, people's obsession with fame in LA. I talk about just going out with your friends and like living your life. So my EP definitely talks about a lot of that stuff, but I usually will be in a mood to write. It's usually at one of my extremes, like I'm extremely sad or I'm extremely like angry or extremely happy. Like it's usually at my extremes, and I'll write some lyrics and then I'll send them over to my producer and she'll send me a track, and then we kind of just collaborate and make that a song, and then keep that for later EPs.
Also, actually, one more question, if that's okay. So so you know about UOP's artists, right? Like the Pac Ave?
I do.
Are there any like artists that you're interested in collaborating with?
Jaylani.
Okay, Jaylani.
For sure. I talked about this with you, so don't forget.
Anyone else or?
No. I think it would be really cool to do like an R&B song with him. With him like have a rap piece and then I'm singing, and we put that together with like a collaborative effort. I think that would be really cool. I think that could be a really cool song.
I think we just called him out, so he has to now.
I think you have to do it.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Of course.
And now
Thank
it's
you for
time
having
for
me.
you to sing.
Oh man. Okay. So like I said, I love Jasmine Sullivan. Her music is absolutely stunning. So what I'm gonna sing is Mona Lisa, from her 2015, I believe it is, album. But yeah. Okay. Let's see. Who is this I tried so long to fight, filling my head with lies, that I'm not good enough? Then I heard something in my ear tell me I'm perfect, now that I know the truth. Time to show and prove. Every part of me is a vision of a portrait of Mona. of Mona Lisa. Every part of me is beautiful, and I finally see I'm a work of art, I'm a masterpiece. Oh, 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 oh. And now I see the pretty colors on my canvas. I'm a work of art. I'll share my picture with the world. I'm not afraid to let it go anymore. Oh, oh. Share my colors with the sky. There is color deep inside. Oh, 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 oh. Every part of me is a vision of a portrait of Mona Lisa. Every part of me is beautiful, and I finally see I'm a work of art, a masterpiece.
My name is Rochel Go, and we just had Artist Corner with Nyilah Palmer.